Okay, slide 8, problems defining philosophy. There are many. I mentioned one earlier when I talked about ways in which certain philosophical characteristics even seem to contradict each other, right? Like thinking a lot and not thinking at all, right? So, but here are some more obvious problems. The history of the field changes. So if you look at the little diagram, what I wrote over there is the tree of philosophical knowledge. This is a kind of metaphor about our history as a species. You know, in ancient times when we were human beings curious to understand the world, we were more superstitious because we didn't know. You know, we detected things that seemed to have meaning, or, you know, like if the sky seemed angry, we thought it had a spirit in it, because when we're angry, we're loud and violent. And the sky or the sea, they're loud and violent, right? So if we think that there's spirits in there, spirits are forces or minds that can move things around. And those concepts evolved to us imagining gods, like the god of the sky, the god of the sea, right? And we thought the stars were like gods. That's astrology, right? They're exerting kind of psychic forces over us. And then alchemy was the kind of attempt to, you know, manipulate metals and turn them into gold and things like that. And alchemy turned into chemistry, and astrology turned into astronomy with the invention of the telescope. And, you know, and then witchcraft turned into psychology, so to speak, right? And yeah, as we got more and more knowledge, we got physics and mathematics. And so you see these are like branches off the tree of knowledge in human history, right? So that's on the diagram on the slide. It shows like the roots. The roots are in our desire to understand. So under the bulleted item, the tree of philosophy, it says curiosity. We're curious, we want to understand, like children, what's going on? Our minds seem to be designed to try to understand what's going on around us, to get good pictures of reality, beliefs, right? So we explore. And a hypothesis is a kind of guess about, maybe this is what's going on, right? But when we got really sophisticated, even a couple of thousand years ago, the ancient Greeks and others, they tried to perform primitive experiments. So we perform experiments, we collect data. If this is the way it is, then it should act this way under these conditions. And we try that and it works, and we go, we have evidence for our hypothesis. Or if it didn't work, we go, oh, that was the wrong hypothesis. Right? So the data decides. The data is information from reality. Right? If we test it a certain way, we get that information and we can figure out if our theories are right. We develop better and better tools and methods over time, right? From our primitive ancestors, right? We have very sophisticated methods with mathematics and statistical analysis and logic, and even computer programs that could do it for us now. And now we've got separate branches of knowledge. That's back on the tree again, you see. Chemistry, biology, physics, mathematics, psychology, all these different things, right? So at the bottom of my slide, it says, what's left? Some scientists and philosophers will reason that, well, once you got science, you don't need philosophy anymore. And the only thing maybe that philosophy is useful for is for helping us figure out the meaning of our lives, or things like religion and morals, right? Things that science can't really answer. But I think that's a mistaken model, right? But so there's disagreement within the scientific and the philosophical community about what even should count as philosophy, and there's more to come on the next slide.